So the other day I discovered something weird. Okay, I came home after a long day of work. I opened up the door and the house was quiet. Okay, now I have a 3-year-old daughter, so that's not a good thing. Right, parents of toddlers, you know that when the house is quiet, that's not a good thing. See, we pray all day long. We're like, Lord, please just give me some peace and quiet. And then when it's quiet, we have no peace because we know there's something wrong. I have a 3-year-old girl. Her name is Esther's son. We like to call her Hurricane Esther because she is this big ball of energy and joy and chaos and cuteness all of the time. And so I came home and I opened the door and Hurricane Esther did not greet me at the door. And I thought, oh no, something's wrong. So immediately my mind goes into a very dark place. I'm like, oh no, like, is the house on fire? Is Ashley okay? Did Esther skin the cat? Like, what's going on? Like, there's a problem here. And then I walk in and everything was perfectly fine. Okay, Mama was sitting on the couch, Ruthie was sleeping, and Esther was sitting at her table and she was watching her iPad. Now, here's the weird thing, right? I asked her, I said, sweetie, what are you watching? And she says, Ryan. For those of you who are parents of toddlers, you know what I'm talking about, Ryan's toy review, right? My beautiful 3-year-old daughter has been sucked into the black hole that is Ryan's toy review, AKA crack for kids. If you don't know what Ryan's toy review is, I'll explain it to you. It is a YouTube channel with a 6-year-old boy, and the whole premise of it is that he opens up boxes and he plays with toys. Like, that's it. Like, for 5-10 minute episodes, all he's doing is playing with toys that people have given to him. He gets a gift, he opens the box, and then he just plays with the toy. And my daughter is fascinated by this. And she loves watching other people play with toys, right? As a parent, this drives me insane. Now, this is a really big deal. Okay, just so you know, for those of you who are unaware, Ryan, last year in 2018, he made $22 million as a 6-year-old kid, opening up boxes and playing with toys. He's got 2 million subscribers. That's $1 million per subscriber, a bajillion views, ad revenue. It is a massive market because kids today would rather watch other people play with toys than actually play with their own. Okay, as a parent, this drives me crazy because I think I'm a pretty decent dad, right? I love my little girls. I would do anything for them. I work hard. I provide for them. I love to give gifts to my kids. I mean, Esther, she's surrounded by toys at home. Like, when you walk in, you're stepping on a toy. I tripped and fell over a unicorn this morning. Like, our house is filled with toys. And I said, baby, don't you want to play with your toys? And she said, no. She would rather watch someone else open gifts than actually play with her own. Okay. And then it got me thinking, we do the same thing in the church. That when it comes to spiritual gifts, we watch others use theirs instead of discovering our own. See, God is a father. He loves to give gifts to his kids. He has blessed every single one of you. He has called every single one of you. He has chosen you and he has given spiritual gifts to you. But so often, just like my daughter Esther, we would rather watch others use theirs than learn how to discover our own. That we have settled for becoming spectators in the church. We have settled for being consumers in the church, then realizing that God has gifted us not to be spectators, but to be participators, not to be consumers, but to be contributors, that God doesn't want his children just watching others. He wants for his children to discover the gifts that they have. I want you to know that God never intended the church to be a place where you could just show up, sing a few songs, and leave without ever experiencing life change. God never intended for the church to be run by one person. God never intended for the church to be a place where some people are on the sidelines, some people are on the couch. God never intended the church to be a place where you can sit on the couch, watch your iPad, and see other people using their gifts without ever discovering your own. What God God dreams the church to be is that every single one of us, you and me, from the greatest to the least, we would discover the supernatural spiritual gifts that we have been given by our Father, and we would stop watching others use theirs, and we would realize that now is the time for us to discover ours. God has given you spiritual gifts. Don't watch others use theirs. Discover how to use yours.